Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 999 of NoDQ Video, which means only one episode away now from number 1000, coming up Wednesday, August 16th, just a couple of days away. Thank you guys, those of you that have continued to support NoDQ.com, checking out the website for the full videos, including this one. If you click on the link in the description box, you can watch the full-length video, and you're helping me out very much by doing so, by going over to NoDQ.com and watching the full video. I know it's an epic struggle to make that one click, and I know some of you have issues doing that, not sure why. For me, it literally takes about 5 seconds to click the link and watch the video, no problems at all. I'm able to access the video on NoDQ.com just fine, whether it's on the Mac, on the PC, laptop, or the iPhone 7. I never have any issues. Very easy, and it's very convenient. I'm not sure why it's such a problem for some people, and I know some of you out there appreciate the videos. You know, been doing this for 6 years. Some of you seem very quick to jump ship if something doesn't go the way you want. If you have to click on a link to watch a video, you decide to stop supporting. It is what it is. I cannot win over everybody, but I am running a business here. NoDQ.com has been my business for almost 20 years now. Been doing NoDQ video for 6 years, and we're just about at 1,000 videos. For those of you that continue to stay supportive, you continue to watch, you go on NoDQ.com, I love you guys. You guys are awesome, and I am very much in gratitude for the people that are true fans and supporters of the website. I love you guys. Thank you very much. But if you're one of those people that just won't support the site and you really have very little loyalty to me and you're just here to watch the YouTube version, here we go. Here come the questions. Let's get started. This one comes from Mr. Yuck. How long do you see the brand split lasting, and might other WWE superstars become free agents? And he specifically asked for me to answer this on 999, so here we go. I think that it's hard to say right now. It all depends ultimately on Vince McMahon and how he feels. If he wants to end the brand split, then the brand split would be ended. But my gut feeling is it will go on for the time being, and quite frankly, I think WWE has invested so much in it that it would be foolish to stop it again and go back to one roster. You have so many people in the company right now, so many performers. I just think it would be counterproductive. You put all this time and energy into getting this thing going again only to end it after 2 years. I think that that would be a mistake. I do feel WWE is starting to go back to the way things were before, where they're not really taking the brand split seriously. We need to see more conflict, more competition between Raw and SmackDown. You know, we did have Shane McMahon and Stephanie going at it, and even though I'm not a big fan of Stephanie being on WWE television, we need some sort of feud going on between the two sides, and have the two sides trading people back and forth, have people with their contracts being expired and free agents, and doing these storylines where you have Raw and SmackDown competing. We're not seeing enough of that, in my opinion. This one comes from Sohail. Could you see the brand split ending further down the line if the Raw and SmackDown tickets continue not to sell out? That might be a reason why Vince would consider ending the brand split if the house show numbers continue to decline. But at the end of the day, the house show numbers are not the most important thing. And if WWE as a brand is strong, then it doesn't matter if you have a brand split or not. People will go to see WWE whether it's Raw or SmackDown. I think the problem right now is that WWE as a brand, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, is just cold right now. Usually when Raw ratings go up, SmackDown ratings go up, and when Raw attendance is up, same thing with SmackDown. It's not like Raw does great attendance and SmackDown does lousy attendance. Usually they are fairly similar, and I think that's because fans watch the brand. I think that if the numbers continue to drop, that's just a sign that you need to build up the brand and make the shows more compelling. It's not just Raw or SmackDown, it's both. You need to make WWE as a whole, the pay-per-view events, everything, more compelling to the viewers. And like I said, I think one way to do it is to have more competition between Raw and SmackDown and have something interesting for fans to look forward to every week rather than just throwing stuff together hoping something will stick. This one comes from SCW Wrestling Channel. Hey Aaron, should Raw and SmackDown live shows be more unique with 5 hours each week? Example, Raw has factions, women, and drama, and SmackDown has tag teams and be a wrestling show. I like that idea. I like having Raw and SmackDown be a little bit different from each other, and that's the way it was initially when WWE first did the brand extension. You had Raw be more of the soap opera show, and SmackDown was more of the traditional wrestling show with Paul Heyman running SmackDown. I do like that idea. I do like having different writers for each show. It gives it a little bit more of a feeling that they are competing against each other. When both shows follow the same exact format, then it doesn't feel like a brand split. I think that that's one of the big problems. It needs to feel like a brand split. So if you have differences in how the shows are produced, you know, each show should have a little bit different format, different writers, different lighting, different set, everything. All the little pieces, you put it together and make each show unique from the other one. And I do feel that Raw and SmackDown right now are too similar. The only difference really is that Raw has that extra hour. Raw's 3 hours, SmackDown's 2 hours. But other than that, what real differences are there? None really, other than the talent on each show, but the formats for both shows are basically the same. And I got another one here from SCW. With the tag and women's divisions lacking depth, should one division be exclusive to Raw and the other on SmackDown Live? I was never a fan of that idea where you would have the tag division on one show or the women on one show. I like having tag divisions and women divisions on both shows. My issue is I think WWE should not have produced new titles for each brand. I think that you should have had one women's champion who appears on both brands and the tag team champions, one set of tag team champions that appears on both brands. Same thing with the world title. I think you should just keep it simple. Just have a few titles, 3 or 4 titles, and the champion gets to appear on both shows. And for me, that makes the titles more important because if you're the champion, you get to be on both shows, and because of that, you know, in the storyline, you make more money. You're a bigger star because you're getting to appear on both shows. There's more incentive to be the champion. You know, there's a reason to go for the title because you make more money, you get to be on both shows, you become a bigger star. I like that, and I think it would have elevated the titles just to have it that way where you have the champions appearing on both shows, one set of champions appearing on both shows. That's the way I would have done it, but you know, they have tag team champions on both shows, women's champion on both shows, world champion on both shows, US title, IC title, and it's a lot. It's really overkill in my opinion. This one comes from AC Cool. Why do you think Finn Balor has been pushed down the card since Extreme Rules? Is WWE waiting to take the title off Lesnar? WWE never had any plan for Finn Balor to beat Brock Lesnar, which is why the idea is that you keep him away from Brock Lesnar. You don't even book that match because if you do, then you have to have Balor put over Lesnar. I get that, but at the same time, I've said this for months that I find it frustrating that in the storyline, Balor has never gotten his one-on-one match for the Universal title, a title that he never lost. He was involved in that multi-man match, but technically he should be getting a one-on-one match for the title he never lost, and it hasn't happened, and I think that that's a big logic gap in the storyline. But at the same time, I've also said that WWE should not book themselves into a corner and book matches where the outcome doesn't really make sense either way. Lesnar probably should not be losing to Finn Balor, and Finn Balor, he's a guy who's on the rise in WWE. He's a potential future top guy, and you want to protect him, and I think him losing to Lesnar would hurt him a little bit. I get it. I understand the viewpoint in keeping them separate for now, but I'm still a little bit frustrated about it. Maybe Lesnar shouldn't be Universal Champion to begin with, but whatever. WWE is going to do what they're going to do. I would not say Balor has been pushed down. He's still one of the focal points. He's one of the top baby faces in the company. He's still on the rise. You know, he's a guy who, if he stays healthy, will be a top guy in WWE for years to come, and there's no need to push him too quickly. I think maybe the injury was a blessing in disguise, because I think when he came in, he was being pushed so hard, so fast, that maybe fans would have turned on him or started to resent him. I think it's good that he slowly works his way up to the top, and he's still one of the top guys. It's not like he's jobbing out on television every week. This one comes from Sean T. Flick. Should Johnny Gargano go to the main roster after NXT Brooklyn and be the new top face of the cruiserweights?